Hello everyone, JTkilzo here, and today I'm playing Rage, which is the game that I just recently downloaded, but I think it's been out since late last year, and it is quite a good game that I've played so far. I've played about 2 or 3 hours of it, but one of the bad things is the bugs that you can actually see. I don't know if you can see it very well, but when you first leave, like, to do the tutorial at the start of the game, all the pixels are completely messed up. Like, you spin around just the normal speed and the pixels behind you won't have buffered in time. It takes a couple of seconds for it to buffer, and it doesn't buffer that area then permanently for the rest of the game. Every time you look around, it then has to re-buffer. So at times when I look around fairly fast in this gameplay, you'll see that instead of a cool looking mountain or something with buildings on it, it will just be like one brown pixel, which is kind of messed up. But yeah, that's pretty cool. The game is pretty cool anyway. It's like a mixture between Borderlands and Fallout and all that kind of thing. But I'm going to be talking about Halo 4 today. I mean, I played Halo since Halo 3. That was the first game I had on Xbox, and I was a proper hardcore fan of that until I started playing World at War and things like that, and I started going into that. But there's been some news about Halo 4, as I say, and they've ditched the Firefight and got a COD-like Spec Ops that's been released today. I mean, Firefight came out in ODST, Halo ODST, which was kind of a filler game between Halo 3 and Halo Reach. And Firefight was okay, it was like a horde mode for it. But this new Spec Ops I think will be quite cool because it says it has an implemented storyline as well, and there's going to be DLC for it as the year goes on, so it's going to keep on making you going back to the game to continue and find out what the end of the Spec Ops storyline is going to be like. It's also released some more news about Halo, such as the Spartan points, which is a currency system in the game, and it's like for buying armor, so I can imagine that's like COD points from Black Ops. I'm sure we can relate to that kind of thing. And also the Spec Ops is going to be called Spartan Ops. And there's also some little things like the armor abilities, such as from Halo Reach, and the armor abilities are going to be staying there, but there's some new ones such as Forerunner Vision, which is where you can see through walls for a certain amount of time and things like that. So it says you can't shoot through the walls, but it's like a wall hack, so you can just see where more people are. And it says that there's going to be elites. Elites aren't going to come back to the multiplayer, so it'll still be Spartan v Spartan. And finally, they've implemented the joining in progress games, which is like Call of Duty has and Halo haven't had in ages, where at the end of each game you get kicked out, or if someone left a game mid-game, you could go down to a 1v1 from a 6v6 if everyone just kept on leaving. So people are now going to be able to join halfway through a game, which is going to keep the games full, hopefully, and 6v6s all the time. So that'd be pretty good, because Halo hasn't done that before. And one final thing is that there's going to be no more respawn delay. And I think in every Halo game there's always been about a 5 or 10 second spawn delay, just for... it's just been on MLG and everything like that, so it's just gone into the main game types really. So I can see this kind of shifting more towards Call of Duty and the faster paced first person shooter, because I think that's where them games are heading really. If you're going to be waiting around in an FPS, you're not going to want to play it. You want something more fast paced. If you die, you want to get back in the action and start shooting people up again and stuff straight away. And more evidence towards it changing into a faster FPS is that they're going to be putting in death streaks kind of thing into the game. Not kill streaks, but when you die you get bonus points for killing the person that just killed you, as an incentive to not die again, as it were. And they're as in every Halo game, you all start with the same weapons, and then you get the power weapons from wherever they are on the map. And if you're good at the game, you can actually time when they're going to respawn, so you've always got the good weapons, so you can always stay on the top. But in Halo 4, the weapons are going to come down randomly around the map via drop pod. So we saw drop pods in Halo Reach and Firefight modes and things like that. So I don't know really how that will be, because Halo's always been like that. You rush to the weapons and that creates hotspots around the map about where people are actually going to shoot and kill each other. So without this, I can see the fighting areas are going to move a lot, so that could be a good thing and a bad thing. So I'm not really sure about that. So yeah, hopefully that will be pretty good. And they're on about having this Halo 4 obviously is going to be the start of the trilogy, Halo 4, 5 and 6, which is what they're going to be bringing out in probably 2 years each, because they seem to have their games longer between each one rather than coming out once every year. So thanks for watching, remember to comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you.